Hi, Armin. To finish off the brief, I have pCloud Drive so this is the folder that I'm sharing with you, the Springbrook National Park folder. I've got a file called Springbrook Brief. So you should see that in the share. And I've come up with I've devised a way to brief in new work to you. So what does within this file? And I do apologise. I've got my girls upstairs getting bathed, so they're going to be making noises and everything. You'll hear them throughout the video, but yeah. So here we go. So with the Springbrook brief, I've got essentially a layout of a Scenic Gem page in a very succinct, brief format that you will be able to use in conjunction with Lightroom to create a Scenic Gem page. Now, so how does that work? So title, overview, and Scenic Gem. So you would know this kind of format in that the title image, the overview section, and then the Scenic Gems. Scenic Gem, Scenic Gem, Scenic Gem. You understand that, you've worked on these pages. So what I've done is I've gone through Lightroom in the pre-process folder, and I've found the file names that relate to the images that I want for particular sections. So for the title image, so when you first load a Scenic Gem page, what image do you see? Well, you see a 1360 by 720 image, and that is the image. Now it's a little bit difficult. I've found you might find a way to do it yourself in Lightroom to find one of these images, but for me, I am on a Mac. I think you'd be able to find a way on Windows. If I copy that and then I go to the pre-process folder and then I search for that, I can quickly bring up what that image looks like, so I know what I'm looking for in Lightroom. And it's taking a while to load. But anyway, I can see it. I can see there what it looks like. So in Lightroom, down the bottom here, I believe that it's somewhere around here. So then you would obviously be looking for the exact file name that you are after to find the image. So getting back to here. So there's the name of the image. This is the title and the subtitle that goes over the image for a Scenic Gem page. I might just bring up a page. I'll just pause it for a second. Okay, so I've brought up a Scenic Gem page. Happens to be the Flinders Ranges. And you can see Flinders Ranges, South Australia's crowning jewel. So, image, Springbrook National Park, nature at its best. That correlates to that. So that's what I'm aiming to provide you the information for: the image, the title, and the subtitle. Okay, moving into the overview section, we have, I specify body text, 545 by 363, 545 by 363, and then 363 by 242 times 3, and then 544 by 363 times 2. So if I go to the page, 545 by 363, 363 by 342 times 3, 563 565 by 343 times 2. Body text. So body text, images, body text. Go back to the overview section. Body text, large image, small, 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 large image, body text. That is the overview. Now, with these overviews, you can see the actual image that I want you to use. And then Curtis Falls, Tambourine Mountain. So that, when you mouse over the image, is that one and that one. Those bits of information. Now here, in this image here, I'm using, it's not my image. It is from a tourism industry associated image. So Springbok National Park, as good as nature gets, and the credit will be Tourism and Events Queensland. So when I come over to here, just like this, down the bottom here would be Tourism and Events Queensland, down the bottom there. Okay, moving on. So that's the overview section. Then I move into the scenic gems, and it's basically the same. So 1360 by 720 and the image. Coming across to Firefox. So 1360 by 720 image. Bunyaroo Valley Lookouts, well, the name of the image. Where are we? Here. So instead of Bunyaroo Valley Lookouts, it would be Natural Bridge. This is the image that I want you to use there. And there's no additional information because when you mouse over this, there's no extra information. Moving on, you would expect body text, 545 by 365 image, and then an 1100 by 600 image, and then body text. So let's have a look. For the scenic gem, we've got the 1360 by 720 image, 545 by 363, 545 by 363, and then a 1093. I used to call it 1100 by 600. It's changed these days. It's 1093 by 598. That's the image, and that's when you mouse over, that's the information. And so on, and so on, and so on. And that will take you to the bottom of the page. So that there is a skinny or a brief for creating a page. Now, okay, additional bits of information that you're going to need. So when you upload these images into Media Library, they're going to need some alt text. So I believe that you have enough information to create the alt texts yourself. I don't need to provide you with that information. While you're going to need to know Bunyaroo Valley Lookout driving up to the Razorback, you're just not going to know that. You are going to know the alt text. The alt text, say for this image here, is going to be alt text start at the most real to the most obscure. And what I mean by that is for this image, the alt text might be car driving along Bunyaroo Valley Lookout, Flinders Ranges, South Australia. That will be the alt text. So it starts at what it is, what alt text is going to help people or a robot, a Google robot, know what this image is about. And it starts with a car on a road at Bunyaroo Valley Lookout, travelling through the Flinders Ranges in South Australia. So it starts at the very micro and ends up at the very macro, so to speak. So I think you should be able to, well, you will be able to create the alt text yourself. Just remember to keep it short. Think about what a robot would need to catalog an image. And it's if you have a look at many alt texts in the media library, have a look at what I've done for every single image. You will see a formula, exactly as I've just explained now, that does exactly the same thing. It starts at what the image kind of looks like and moves on. You can't write too many words, but if you go into the media library and have a look at the images that I've created, you will see the formula that I've used, roughly speaking. So that's how I need the alt text generated for these images. So yeah, once you've created the images, or probably, early on in the piece, duplicate one of these pages. Actually, let me just pause the video and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so in pages, it doesn't really matter what page you duplicate with. So clone. You want to press clone and you will get another page, rename it, and you're away. You've had a fair amount of experience with these pages and with Revolution sliders and working with images. I think all of that I don't really need to explain to you again. So I think we're good. So as good as my memory can sort of gather at the moment, I think I've given you everything that you would need to go ahead and use this template to find the images in Lightroom, tweak them, export them as final images, upload them into the database for WordPress, into the media library, create Revolution sliders, and then bring those Revolution sliders into the new page that you've created. Yeah, it's a lot to ask, but I think you've got quite a lot of experience now, and it's ready to take it to the next step so that you really can do basically what I've been doing. There's a lot more avenues of this website that need my attention to keep us moving forward, and I've enjoyed creating all of these pages. I really have, but the goal has always been to grow the business so that I can move away from this to concentrate on other things, other countries, other avenues that to grow the business. So yeah, I really see you as an asset, Armin, and keen to launch the website and grow the business and have you on board and enjoy the fruits of our labour and our successes that come along with that. So I'll leave it with you, and let me know if you've got any questions. Feel free to message me anytime. Very keen to get this happening. So I'll leave it there, and thanks again. Cheers, Armin.